Now, how are you feeling? You kind of stuttered for a second.
So, I'm at a point, especially from a mental health perspective, where I keep it real. Even I saw you at the Accelerate Her conference, and congratulations. But, ladies were coming up to me saying, how are you doing? And I'm like, it's tough right now. And so what should be celebratory for 10 years of doing this work, being on the front lines, we lost $600,000 of funding 2 weeks ago.
Wow. What happened?
We lost state funding, and we weren't really given a reason. We were just told it was cutbacks. And so we know that some of the state funding comes from federal, but then it trickles down. But to do that to us when we were in the middle of programs, we just graduated our third cohort for our Silence to Shame University initiative, which is our college leadership program. We now have over 70 ambassadors. Like, y'all, we doing the work.
Is that a Trump thing or?
I don't know. I can't say specifically, but I do think it's probably an effect of what's going on with the administration. Silence to Shame is not the only organization that has lost funding. I was talking to Dr. Spirit.
That's right.
75% of her funding is gone. You know, we see mental health organizations merging together. It's a lot easier to merge for-profit companies than nonprofit companies. But one thing I am standing on, y'all, is my faith. And so most people know I don't impose my faith on anyone, but I'm trusting God through the storm. And I recently heard this lady talk about eagles and how eagles are in the midst of the storm, but they use the wind shear to propel them up. And I feel like I'm in the middle of the storm and I'm just going to soar like an eagle and figure it out, because it's money out there. And more importantly, we're saving lives. You know, we've impacted millions of people virtually through resources, but just physically tens of thousands of people that we've touched through our programs, whether that's our Youth Cope Clinic. We have a youth advisory council, a parent cafe, parent advisory council, the Silence to Shame University. Like, we doing the work.
Yeah, what I don't understand is if you're already hurting people economically, right? Where do they think people are going to, go to get help?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that economic strife causes mental strife, emotional strife, spiritual strife in a lot of ways.
And what I tell people, y'all, people still look at mental health sometimes like it's a bad word. I'm like, we all have mental health. It's how you think, how you act, and how you feel.
Right.
And to your point, if your mental health is not right, your finances won't be right. Your health won't be right. You won't be able to get married and have children and sustain your family household. Like, it starts with our wellness in the brain. And if we just change this concept, that's why we continue to fight so hard to erase that stigma around it.
I'm glad you even said that, because I didn't even, I know you told me that, but I didn't know, I don't think a lot of people know that type of funding is being cut.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Well, how can people donate if they need to donate?
Today is National Silence to Shame Day, 10 years in. So we're doing just a grassroots campaign asking people to donate $10 and then challenge 10 of your friends to give $10. You can text the word silence to 707070, or you can visit silencetoshame.com. And I would be remiss if I didn't shout out my amazing small team, Jewel Gooding, Tamir, Megan, Nick, and Sonia. We are small but mighty, and y'all, we are saving lives. So please, if you have anything, if you don't have it, just post for us. Encourage your friends and families, celebrities, everyday people, therapists, everybody. Just please help us to keep continuing doing this great work.
And this suicide and crisis lifeline, call it 988. You got to talk about that.
And so 988 is a national resource. It has replaced what we knew as a national suicide lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. All y'all got to do now literally is pick up the phone, y'all, and dial 988. You'll be connected to a trained crisis counselor that'll answer the phone, talk to you, try to understand what you're going through, and push you to resources. And if the local crisis counseling center is not available in your state, guess what? It automatically pushes you to a national number. It worked for me. I called the National Suicide Lifeline the night that I was in crisis, and it helped me. They talked to me for 20 minutes and talked me off the ledge.
I always wonder if that actually helped people.
I actually sat in my car and talked to them, and they saved my life that night. And my sister and my pastor, who happens to be Senator Warnock, it helps, y'all. It works. Don't be afraid to get help. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but
it's okay.
10 years of fighting this good fight, I did not almost take my own life and start this to end the work that we're doing. I don't want anybody else to think that suicide is an option. The former lieutenant governor of Maryland who took his own life and his wife's life, my heart goes out to the kids, to everybody that's going through anything. Y'all, help is available. I don't care if you're 10 or 70 or 50. where's the camera? I just want to look straight in the camera and
That's
tell
right.
people it's okay to get help. Silence the shame around your emotions, y'all. It's people out here hurting, high achievers hurting, students hurting, family members hurting. Y'all, we got to erase the stigma. Mental health is no different than physical health. So please, please, please continue to silence the shame and support our organization. And if you want to get my grief guide, you can go to shantidas.biz because it's a lot of people out there grieving as well.
All right.
I love y'all so much. I just want to thank y'all
Shanti.
for
Thank you so
always
much.
having
Thank you
me
for
in.
joining us.